Bah.
I want every video to start like the beginning of a Pixar movie. Just a little nice light jazz.
There you go.
How's the camera doing? Do 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 do. Ba-da ba-da boo boo boo. Camera settings. White screen, advance, pop that brightness up a little bit. Contrast down a lot. I don't need the help. I don't need the digital help of my models.
Yeah, what the hell?
Everything else is good. Boo boo. And take the hun. Hola. Hard takes. The both you. The both you? The both you.
Both
Nelson.
of us. There's two of us.
No, the both you. I mean, it's like a deep philosophical question.
Right, because us humans kind of have two sides to us each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see.
Nelson doing howdy, folks. Dancing of Doom. Hola, mi amigos. How are you guys doing tonight? Good. I'm
Horribly.
tired.
Everything's falling apart in our lives.
I did a lot today, and it doesn't feel like I did a lot today.
That's always fun.
Also, it's really fun thread and pipe. It's really fun and not at all quite a process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows about thread and the 3/4 galvanized steel pipe, they know what I'm talking about. Cthulhu 73.
Oh, y'all.
Octopus mushroom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
1313S. Wee.
Mm-hmm.
Forsaken Fortnite Night. Yeah, boy. Joaquin Costa. Good evening, EOB. 1313S. I have a second day off, but found out I got to do 12-hour days. Whoop. Well.
Mm-hmm.
We get plenty of rest.
Woo!
Alright, so the armor is basically done. It's now time to work on all of the little decorations. Let me paint all of the. Let me paint the bone color on the shoulder pads. That'll be the next step.
You should paint the whole thing orange.
Yeah, there we go. Break out the airbrush. Go dig it out of the pile.
Yep.
They don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm. I do, though. I have a pretty good idea.
GeForce Member 45. Today I finished doing some of the work on the rest of my Macarius tanks and the Gorgon transport. Ooh, neat. Daniel Bear, what is all this drama with Goobertown? I thought he was one of the good ones, but people are hating on him. Did I miss something? I don't know. Something about a NDA. Ratstail91. Hey, currently waiting for a delivery of Warhammer models. Ooh, neat. I am.
Wow.
Not.
What did you get us?
What'd you get yourself?
What'd you buy us?
Yeah, for everybody watching the video, you can see a little of what I got myself. Zoop. And zoop. Yeah.
Wow.
Joaquin Costa, I got some brush cleaner because I abused my Army Painter dry brushes. Your video was super helpful. Thanks again. I've always used like random stuff for dry brushing, but the Army Painter dry brushes are really, really nice. And I do try to clean them after every single use, although they do seem pretty hardy. I lose a bristle here and there, but they've held up pretty good, and dry brushes get abused, so.
Yeah, you spank them.
Frozen Throg, haven't had the opportunity to like a stream in a while.
How dare you? Blimmer the Dude, you would never release a video tomorrow, would you? No.
Never.
We're not going to.
No. I mean, I don't think we've missed a Wednesday upload in over a year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think we missed any uploads ever.
Well, technically, didn't we change our schedule a little in January? Did we come out with 3 videos a week?
Oh yeah. I mean, we did
We did
yeah,
Wednesdays.
but we announced it. I
That's
just
true. It was
assumed like a
scheduled.
mess up.
It was
Yes, a
scheduled.
scheduled maintenance.
But people don't
We
care about the
had. Yeah,
schedule.
but
They
we
just care about everything being the same always.
And that being said, we are never streaming ever again. This is the
Never.
last stream.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can.
Hmm. I know. For me, for my enjoyment, I don't have any pants on. I don't know. Your results may vary, but that's what I'm doing.
Ooh, rat's the only one. I got myself a Ghost Arc and Wraiths. Neat.
Good old wraiths.
Perhaps Canoptech Wraiths.
Mmm.
Vampy. I can't paint because I broke my finger today, which seriously sucks because I just got a bike squad. Ah, that does suck. How did you break your finger?
Damn.
I don't think I've ever broken anything.
I have not. I think you would know if you did.
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, "Oh, I broke my thingy." One time I thought I might have broken my toe because I really kicked my bed frame really hard, and it hurt for multiple days.
I've done that too.
But I obviously didn't, or else I would have known. It really hurt though.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I remember, like, I caught like my little toe on the edge of something, and
pinky.
it really moved. Exactly. It moved way too much, and it hurt for like a week.
Yeah. Yeah, and like what sucked is I wore these the steel toe boots, and they kind of hold your feet in a certain way, and it hurt a lot more. Like every step hurt. I would take them off at my desk.
Celtic Rain.
Don't call me Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Are you guys in a different place? I don't know what you're talking about.
Celtic Rain. EonsOfBattle, do you guys have a day job, or are you full-time YouTuber now? What do you guys do before this, if so? Full-time.
Full-time.
Yeah.
Barely making it work, but it's working.
And, yeah. God,
yep.
What did I do? In the before four
school.
Times? Yeah.
You did school. I mean, you got really shafted because Corona started while you were in school.
Yes.
So you didn't even have a chance, because we both went to school for theater production. And guess what didn't really exist last year?
Yeah.
Theater production. And yeah, because I worked as a draftsman for a staging company for concerts and television. But then I couldn't do that. Well, I could continue, but then I wouldn't make any money. So then I quit because there was no money. And we floundered for a little bit, and then we started this back up again, and then things started working out kind of magically.
Yeah. And it's all thanks to the generous support of our patrons over on Patreon. And they also get buttloads of stuff.
This is true. A Patreon exclusive episode every week. We just started doing that last week, and we're gonna continue doing it.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna get
very,
spicy. We're gonna be reviewing a certain Games Workshop product.
Warhammer Plus. Exactly.
So if you want to see us make fun of Warhammer Plus on the reg.
On the reg. Yeah.
Patreon is the place to be.
This is very true.
Let's see if Games Workshop's bots can find us over there.
I bet they will, but it won't matter because it's not like those are monetized. And yeah, there's no ads on the Patreon stuff because you paid for it.
Yeah.
So thank you. There you go. Exactly.
S. Nick, I got you the 1 extra orc from my second kill team box. Ooh. So you can build 19 unique models or something to make a proper command roster.
I would assume so.
Daniel Bear. Ah, yes, the Death Guard, the 7th Legion. Right, G-dubs? Oh, yeah, you know it's the 7th Legion because they only put 7 models in the box. And then they sell another box with 3 models in it.
Do they really?
They do. It's really weird.
That's insane.
Although I think you can bring them in squads of 7.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah. Dancing of Doom. I'm thinking of getting myself the Space Marine Honor Guard kit to boost up my army and have the captain with shields and possibly a chapter master as well. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty cool kit with the name of that guy. Marnius Calgar and his Honor Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You guys typing?
Oh, yeah.
Tony, I want to believe you when you say you're painting the mini that's in the title, but my heart has just been hurt too many times.
I get it.
Lucky bat. Oh, yeah. Happy proper year of the stream.
Yeah, I think we've been doing it for... I don't know if it's been... Is it been exactly a year?
I don't know.
In this format with us both?
I don't keep track of nothing.
All right, well, I'm going to find out if it's been exactly a year.
And if not, Lucky Bat is on the hook for slander.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucky Bat signed the EOB NDA.
Yep. All right. State oldest.
Vampy. I was skating and I slammed hard. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, the trick to never getting hurt is never do anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cobra mode. Salamanders Part 1. Let's see. Wow, it's exactly a year.
Ah, neat.
Exactly a year. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys getting us for our stream birthday? That's fun.
RTRT, y'all got the Metal Terminator Chaplain? I think I have a couple Metal Terminator Chaplains.
Mm-hmm. Should we blow out the candles?
Yeah. Yeah, I made a wish.
I did too. All right. Lucky Bat. I mean, if it's like a birthday in school, you bring us cupcakes for some reason.
That's true.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That was always weird. But yeah. I remember that stopped kind of quickly because everyone was allergic to everything.
Yeah.
I remember we did that for like a couple of years and then we stopped. I think we also just got older too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because everyone's like allergic to peanuts now, and grass, and the sky, and the air, and everything.
George Gajardo tips. Hey dudes, I can't stay, but I wanted to say thanks a ton. Your review of my Chukka Waverin was super helpful. Also weirdly inspiring. Nice.
This is true.
Feel free to post plenty more things.
This is the kind of help. Yeah, this is the kind of help that you get if you join the Patreon.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a viewer critique show, and one of George Gajardo's models was part of that. And we talked about it.
And I mean, right now we have a lot of patrons, but basically, if you post something, we will talk about it.
This is true.
So if you want us to talk about your project for minutes and minutes,
I know everyone got. I mean, we covered 3 of them, and the whole video is like 12 minutes long, and so everyone got like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Where we just talked about your models. It's really, really, really cool.
Tyler123, do you have to apply multiple layers of white? Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of layers, especially to get it over black.
Mm-hmm. Antonio, guys, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think Jay may like chaplains, or perhaps I'm imagining things. Imagining things. That's what I think.
Ash Jackson, at what point did you realize that the content you were making was good enough to actually pursue? Well, I think for years we produced content that wasn't good enough to actually pursue, but that taught us all of the don'ts. Because in high school we started this channel.
This is very true.
But we did gain a following, especially since it was like 2014 and it was easier to have a following on YouTube. But
that's true.
But yeah, and we've always kind of made
videos. It was easier if you had something that was good.
Yeah.
Like if because everyone's good now.
Yeah.
Like most things look good and are fine. Because like most microphones and cameras and stuff are fine now. Yeah. So the level of things being okay is much higher than it was back then. We were, I think, better than most people were.
Yes.
Even when we started out, and even though those videos are kind of old and kind of weird.
Yeah, I think just when we started to get views.
Yeah. We also we just tried a bunch of stuff out.
Yeah.
Because when we came back for like the first month, we just kind of kept doing the same thing that we were doing, but nice, or nicer. But then we changed it up, and then it got. The third or fourth real Wednesday video was the one that like made us kind of realize that we could do this.
Yeah.
I remember.
Quick tips weren't the thing anymore.
Yeah, because I remember we came out with 9 hobby tools, and I remember it was you and Lucky, because Lucky Bat was there.
Yeah.
It was you, me, and Lucky Bat, and we had a drinky poo maybe, and we were smoking cigars, and we were like talking about life.
Cigars.
Oh my god, maybe this. Yep, maybe we could do this. That'd be wild. Yeah, it was fun.
Antonio, don't fall for it, guys. Support the Patreon because of the good quality of the show, but do not expect these shills to critique the app of their overlords.
Vampy,
how many Tyranid, Termagants, and a kill team? Because Battle Scribe is confusing me a bit. I'll find out right this second.
Holy cow.
Adepta, Kroot, Necrons, Tyranids. Tyranid Swarm. A Tyranid Swarm includes 5 to 8 Tyranid Swarm operatives selected from the following list: Hormagaunts or Termagants. Each Termagant operative is equipped with the Devourer, counts as 2 selections. You can also take Tyranid... okay. So a Hive Fleet kill team consists of 2 fire teams, and only one of them can be a Tyranid Swarm. And a Tyranid Swarm is a selection of 8 models that are either Hormagaunts or Termagants. And every Termagant equipped with a Devourer counts as 2 picks. So you could have how many? You could have 3 Tyranid Warriors and 8 Termagants, or you could have 5 Gene Stealers and 8 Ormagants. But you can only take up to 8 Termagants or Hormagaunts. It is a little tricky. They've been combined. But you can only take 3 Warriors, and you can only take 5 Gene Stealers. So if you really wanted to build yourself a nice roster, you could have you could that would give you 5, 7, 8. So 8 easy picks in the Gene Stealers, and then the Tyranid Warriors, and then you'd have 12 models to put together of Ormagaunts or Termagants. I've heard that the Devourers are actually really, really good. And Ormagons and Termagants have the double activation, which is really nice. You can activate 2 of them before your opponent gets to activate something. So if you activate, a Termagant with kind of a good gun, that's pretty sweet.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah. And now I know.
I hope you wrote that down.
I want to know everything, and I want to be the guy for Kill Team 2. Kill Team 21. It's called Kill Team 21 because that's what Goonhammer calls it. So if it's good enough for Goonhammer, it's good enough for me.
It's Kill Team 4, actually.
It's actually
Kill
Team
other
8.
Ones that...
If you count Rogue Trader and some other Infinity and a couple other games that aren't Kill Team.
Exactly. Power Surge, why didn't you start a brand new channel after your return?
Because
we already had we had subscribers and we were doing the same thing.
Yeah, like it would have been one thing if we did movie reviews and now we're like, hey, let's pivot to Warhammer content.
Yeah. Also, it never goes that way.
Yeah. No, it never. Oh, well, Jazza. He was crushing it with art, but he also really likes Warhammer, and so he decided to start a Warhammer channel.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that video where he digitally sculpted a Space Marine captain probably took 500 hours. It's an amazing video.
Warstriker 857. I'm currently doing a book report, not fun times.
What book?
James the Giant Peach.
That's
my guess.
I know that one well.
Yes.
It's a weird ass book.
Yes. Remember when we did the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild thing. Yeah. It's warm and fuzzy, like the skin of a baby mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that part of the show?
I remember that part.
He's just really touching that peach, and he keeps saying just weird, creepy stuff. Yeah, that was a fun show.
Kino Kinotis. Major Kill used to make Warhammer videos. Now he just produces porn. I mean, to be fair, I think he produces both. Brent George, what is that white? It seems pretty good on coverage and not full of crap like Corax white. Yeah, it's definitely miles ahead of Corax white. This is Pro Acryl Olive Flesh, so it's kind of like a tan, a light tan. And it is pretty good. I could have even made it a little easier on myself and started out by doing like 1 or 2 coats of light gray, because light gray usually has pretty decent coverage, and then throwing this on top. And I might have been able to do it in like 1 or 2 coats, but yeah, I don't believe that there's something out there that will cover black in 1. I mean, wall paint, but it wouldn't. It would also cover up all the details.
Yeah.
I really like Pro Acryl paints, but they're a little bit like they're super matte, and it almost feels a little chalky sometimes. Because I have no problem varnishing my models, so I don't really care if all of the paints I'm used to are a little have just a hint of gloss in them, like Games Workshop, Vallejo, Army Painter. And I feel like it's not that big a deal. It's what I'm used to, and then you just blast it with some matte varnish and everything is the same. But I'd probably really appreciate the ultra matte finish if I was painting like competition pieces and I couldn't varnish things.
Which these are competition pieces. So we're doing 100-part series on these guys, right? Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. Only thing I remember from that play were expertly made dancer poles from Nick. Exactly. Yeah, when James started dancing on the dancer pole. We all remember that part, right?
Ashley and Lancelot Show. I'm getting a pro paint tomorrow and going to review it. How do you like yours so far? I just kind of said it, but they're good. I like them. I don't know if I'll re-up when I've used these all up. I bought a bunch of browns. I overbought with browns though. I think I need like 2 good browns. I need a classic brown and a dark brown. And now I own like 7 browns, and it's too many browns. I don't need that many options. I think Vallejo has still been my favorite of what I've tried. Although even Vallejo has some colors that I don't like. Bone white.
Red.
Red.
Mm-hmm. Their reds are weird.
Yeah. Nurgle's chosen. Sun, what varnish do you use? I'm actually in between varnishes right now. I still like Vallejo Satin, but it's a little bit too glossy. But it's a little bit too glossy for some models. So I want to find a good matte that won't damage the color saturation of my paint jobs, if such a thing exists. Because I was noticing with my Vallejo matte that it was making the miniatures a little bit desaturated. It was a little bit like a white film was over the models.
Colin Mark, I wouldn't know. I can never get my hands on any Vallejo.
Yeah. It's not everyone carries it. It is tricky to get Vallejo paints. Buddy Rose, does matte varnish protect paint or just for the look? No, it protects the paint job. It's just another layer, a nice strong barrier in between your Cheeto fingers and the miniature.
What is the epitome of Warhammer snacks? Like what does everyone have?
Yeah.
Like is it what's like the snack?
Yeah,
the Warhammer snack.
Like the video game
Pretzels?
snack is Mountain Dew and
Doritos.
And Doritos. Is there a wargaming snack?
Yeah.
Beer and pretzels?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
what I
a
was
go-to.
Antonio, Fruit Loops.
Loops.
Fruit Loops. Yep. I don't know. I guess I just assumed that we'd get real answers. Antonio, cornflakes.
Cornflakes. Nice. A classic.
Yes. Colin Mark combos. What do you think about combos? Have you ever
I don't
had
know if
combo?
I've ever had one.
Yeah, that's like the I don't know what they're like.
It's just a pretzel with a little cheese in the middle, right?
Bread. Yeah, but sometimes I think there's the pretzel ones, but then there's also just like really hard bread. I don't know what the hell they are, with the cheese stuff in the middle. They're not my favorites. I think they're okay. I'd rather have real pretzels, and you dip them in things.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, a little pretzel and Nutella. Whew. Yeah. Brent George. Speaking of hard to find, anyone know the best place to get Retributor Armor Games Workshop spray? It's on eBay for $30 to $50. Well, number one, don't ever buy a Games Workshop spray paint. I mean, what Retributor gray is is a very light gray. So yeah, just go to the hardware store and get a can of light gray spray paint, of light gray primer, matte primer, and it'll be the exact same thing. Spray paints can be a little finicky, so make sure you follow the instructions. And sometimes, especially with light colors, because light pigments and white pigments tend to be really, really finicky, it might be best to wait for the ideal spraying parameters, which it'll say on the can. You know what temperature range you should spray in, what humidity range you should spray in. But yeah, it'll be the exact same thing. There's nothing special about Army Paint or spray paints or Games Workshop spray paints. It's the same thing. They don't have some magical formula that is better for miniatures. Aha, Simon Bergeron. Rotisserie chicken.
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like that's about right. And a nice whiskey. That's what I would add to that.
GeForce Member 45. I like vanilla wafers. Ooh. Is a vanilla wafer the same thing as a Nilla wafer? Well, it gotta be, right? I love a Nilla wafer. I haven't had them since I was maybe 9.
I think I don't know. Because yeah, Nilla wafers are a very specific thing. Whenever I hear vanilla wafers, I always think of like that. God, I don't even know how they're described. Where they're like those two like waffle-like cookies with jizz in the middle, and they squish them together. You know, like the type of cookie that's in the like Kit Kat bars.
Yeah,
like that kind of
wafer.
cookie. Yeah, like a wafer-y.
Yeah,
but not a Nilla.
That does remind me. Yeah, vanilla wafer. Because like a Nilla wafer is a small buttery vanilla cookie.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
GeForce Member 45. I like Games Workshop spray paints. Well, I think if you tried something else, you'd find they're remarkably similar for a third of the cost. Retributor is gold. It'll be the same. Get a can of gold spray paint. I mean, I know their trick, the way they get you to do it is that they color match their spray paints. It won't matter. If you paint a gold, you can you can mix paints. So you could just by hand match the color. But also like once you've spray painted it blue, and then you apply a wash of blue, and then a highlight of blue, and then a selective highlight of blue, and then an edge highlight of blue. All of a sudden, that first blue layer didn't matter that much. That the first and last layers of paint weren't the identical color.
No comment, Shirley. Cheetos and mandatory gloves. There you go. So do you eat the Cheetos with the gloves, take the gloves off, and then play the game? Or do you eat the Cheetos with your fingies and then put the gloves on to play the game? Oh no! 1313's -2 show points, Jay.
Oh
yeah,
no!
You're supposed to tell everybody to buy the Citadel sprays.
Now I only have 78 shill points.
Jeez.
If I lose another 8, I'm going to be off of the NDA list.
Oh no.
Antonio.
Yeah, we didn't get an NDA. We didn't get an NDA from Games Workshop, so we actually made our own and then signed it.
Yeah. And then sent it to Games Workshop.
And ours is really harsh. You go to jail if you don't shill hard enough.
Antonio, put paint in your mouth and spit it as a spray. Best paint and environmentally friendly.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I do.
Frozen Throg, hardware stores generally don't stock color primers here, so if I want shortcut sprays, Army Painter is my go-to. Yeah, in that case. Could also order online. I don't know what the prices of Army Painter is. I don't know if they're as egregious as Games Workshop.
Jeez, you're gonna keep losing all these show points if you keep saying stuff like that. Jeez. We're gonna go to jail. I like this idea. Jason M., you eat the Cheetos by sticking your face in the bowl so you don't have to touch them.
There you go.
Now that's an idea.
Antonio, Aquino Quinones. So does EOB recast Warhammer Plus now? How does this work? Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit of a recasting. It's a little bit Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, and they let's just say they don't make it easy, but we are smarter than them.
Vampy, my favorite snack is the aluminum shavings from bolt gun metal paints.
There you go. Hmm.
Frozen Throng, a bit cheaper than Games Workshop and a bit bigger. Ooh, neat. I think aren't all spray paints the same size? Because like all of these companies don't produce their own rattle cans. They all buy the same. Everyone buys the same rattle cans and then just puts their paint in it.
Mm-hmm.
I know like you can sometimes get like the extra big cans. Like if you go to the auto store, they have like the double tall cans. Which I don't know if I like. Those are good if you know, like if you're gonna spray paint like an entire cabinet, because like once you spray with some spray paint, I feel like the clock's ticking a little bit. Because I've had some paints last years and years and years and years, but I've also had paints go bad after like a year. And you pull that trigger and nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I would invest in a mega can unless I knew I was using that paint. Nurgle's chosen son. If you're priming corn, remember, blood for the blood god. Yeah.
Of course.
Ashley and Lancelot show. Are you guys gonna watch the new Dune remake? Well, I guess is it a remake if it's just a new take? I guess it is. I guess that's the definition of a remake. But it's too bad because the new Dune looks dope, and I'm sure it's gonna have like nothing in common with the old Dune except for being the same thing. But I'm definitely gonna check it out because I like Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Spank Fu, quick question about using multiple colors through the airbrush. What is the fastest way to get your airbrush clean to load another color? The age-old question. Without having to take it apart. Well, you definitely don't have to take it apart unless you clog it. One way I've seen people do it is you take one of those airbrush pots that has a hole in it, and you stick the airbrush into the pot, and you spray out the remaining paint. And then you take water and you spray that through, and then you're all primed and ready for the next color. What I tend to do is I just run over to the sink because I'm pretty close, and I just swish it under the water for a few seconds.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and that's crazy quick, but it involves, walking a little. So, your mileage may vary, literally, but, yeah. And I've also seen people just have a giant bucket, and they stick the airbrush in the bucket and just hold down the trigger until clean water is coming through it.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea too.
Mm-hmm.
That might be one to try at some point.
But yeah. If you have to take it apart, you probably clogged it, which is pretty common because unless you're buying airbrush paints, which I don't know if I recommend. All miniature paints are kind of prone to problems because of being stored in droppers or pots that let air and light get into them.
Mm-hmm. Joke's on you. I paint in the dark.
There you go.
No lights. No sun. I haven't seen the sun in years.
Colin Mark, worm. The spice melange. He who controls the spice. Antonio, the movie will be dope, and I bet that no one will see it, and we won't get a second part. That is not a bad bet, which is really too bad. Yeah, good movies flop hard, especially Frank Herbert's books are so old that they're just not in the public consciousness anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad that there's no Marvel hero in it. Then we would be for sure get a sequel. Frozen Throg. Both are 400 milliliters, but apparently Games Workshop doesn't send sprays to Sweden at this point. Huh, interesting.
Well, that's just rude. We're actually moving to Sweden. We packed all of our stuff in a boat, and we're gonna go there.
Don't call me Shirley. So if y'all open a P.O. box, what stuff would you want? We would want Patreon supporters. So if you could send us some Patreon supporters over on Patreon, we would really, that would be a huge help.
There you go. Yeah, how hilarious would that be? If then we open a P.O. box and there's just people there.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm here as a Patreon supporter in real life now. Frozen Thork, excellent. I'll buy you a beer when you get here. Exactly. Well, you're gonna have to teach us how to speak Swedish, because I think you have to for immigration.
Flimbo the dude. Nick is on a vacation far away. Come and we can talk it over. So many things that I want to say. You know, I like my Nicks a little bit older, but I don't want to lose your love tonight. Oh, I should have read that one before reading it, because then I would have actually had the lyrics right. I'm not going to do it again, though. I don't want to. Dancing of Doom. Buy a jug of distilled water from Walmart. Won't rust your airbrush due to it having no chemicals in it, and don't drink this distilled water without adding salt to make it drinkable, though. Interesting. I've never had a problem. I've always run regular ass tap water through my airbrushes. I mean, they should have a varnish on them to protect them from anything, unless it's a cheap airbrush. But I've always run just regular water through my airbrushes, and it's always been fine.
Antonio, what if I send you money through the PO and then you mail me back a DVD of the weekly Patreon videos?
No.
I don't even have anything that can burn DVDs anymore. I remember I had an old iMac that I could burn DVDs on, but I don't have it anymore.
Rashail91, does anyone know where to get the Cryptothralls? I think eBay is your only bet right now. If Games Workshop still sells like their Indominus web store exclusives, I think you can get them that way, but I mean, you probably wouldn't want to, because it's a very expensive way to do it. I'm just going to check right now if that even still exists, or if they've already taken it down. Necrons. View all. It looks like you cannot buy them from Games Workshop currently. Oh, no, you can. Yeah, the Necron Royal Court for $110. So yeah, don't buy them that way. Get them on eBay. I've bought a bunch on eBay for cheap, but that was when Indominus first dropped. They might be going for a little more these days. Can you get them in any of the Star Collectings? Okay, it looks like not in Recruit Edition. And also not in the Elite Edition. So yeah, eBay. eBay are $100 and some dollars.
Sky Kid B, what are the Patreon rewards? Well, we have 3 different tiers. I would suggest the middle tier as a good tier, because you get photos of stuff that we're working on, and you get the one video a week, one Patreon exclusive video a week, which is pretty exciting. But for the higher tier, you get terrain STLs, which is fun if you have a 3D printer.
Yeah, and we're gonna be coming out with a lot of that.
Sure.
We got lots of ideas.
Oh my goodness! I just got a really amazing email.
Ooh,
this is
Games
this is
Workshop
from
is saying that
Ticketmaster.
they're shutting us down.
No, I wish. Ticketmaster is because we went to an event recently.
Yeah.
So now they want me to go to more events. Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. seems a little a little on the nose.
Yeah.
For the stuff in the news today, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Search party.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that's honestly insane. Are we gonna go?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I only want to watch it. Marvel heroes don't guarantee a sequel. In the Heart of the Sea had Thor and Spider-Man, but totally flopped. What is that movie? The Heart of the Sea? Is that one of those old movies like pre-Hulk? Like before Marvel was good?
Nelson Dunn, Troll Trader has crypto thralls. I've seen people post in the hobby deals section of our Discord about Troll Trader.
Ah. Wait, is Troll Trader just the it's just a it's like an eBay but just miniatures, right?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure.
I think I've been on there a couple times. I've never bought anything from there, but it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Troll Trader. I mean, I just like the name Troll is in there. I like trolls and goblins.
Don't call me Shirley. Hey Jay, I'll send you a laptop that'll run New Vegas. Awesome. All right, we're going down to 2 videos a week.
Let's make that one just to be safe.
William Smith, looking to put together a Black Templar kill team. What would you recommend to get started? I'm having loads of fun with my 5 Assault Intercessors. They play really, really well. They have good guns and good melee, and you can take a power weapon and plasma gun on the Sergeant. You could also do regular Space Marines, Tactical Marines. You can take 6 of them, or you can take 5 of anything else. Oh, or 10 scouts, but you're probably not going to do 10 scouts for a Black Templar kill team. I'd say take 5 Assault Intercessors, which you can probably get real cheap right now on eBay because of the Indominus models. And now the Indominus models are just the getting started models. The Elite Edition Warhammer 40,000 models. Frozen Throg before the MCU plague. I like the MCU. I like the Marvel movies. I think they're all pretty good.
Looking at Troll Trader right now, they have a lot of. I'm looking at the orc section. They have a lot of like really old models on there.
Ooh, neat. So you're starting a retro army?
No. No.
Daniel Thompson, In the Heart of the Sea was a 2015 movie based on the inspiration of Moby Dick, where a blue whale absolutely bodied a whaling ship and sunk it. That's insane, because Iron Man came out in 2008. So, in 2015, a movie based around the inspiration of Moby Dick, where a whale absolutely bodied a whaling ship and sank it. This is the craziest movie I've ever heard of in my life. But there's also Thor and Spider-Man in it. Power Surge, around $20 for 5 Assault Intercessors currently. Yeah, so if you want a really fun kill team for $20, I would totally suggest 5 Assault Intercessors.
Well, there you go.
Frozen Throg, Marvel movies are okay, but they are way too interconnected. I agree. The interconnection is usually the least interesting parts. I think my favorite of the Marvel movies are probably the more standalone, like Iron Man 1 and 3, Doctor Strange, the first Avengers. Am I forgetting any of the really good ones? Spider-Man Homecoming. The ones where it doesn't really matter that there's other movies going on. Nelson Dune about a bunch of Necron warriors from Troll Trader because the easy build kits are a pain to build. You know what? I built 20 of them. They are a little bit of a pain. You gotta follow those instructions to the T.
Yep.
Hello, white dude. Troll Trader prices look really good, but it's also British pounds. Interesting. So it's not a US thing.
It is not a US thing.
Then what is even the point?
I mean, you can get it shipped.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I looked at the shipping. I don't know if it's reasonable or not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
is it person to person sales, or do they just have an inventory of used stuff?
No idea. I'm not sure.
Sam Cumper, why do you ask for dislikes? Because it's the quickest way to get to 1 million subscribers.
Exactly. That's how all the YouTube trailblazers got there.
Vampy, it is inevitable. So what do you think the Mark 11 power armor will look like? Well, I think that actually the next power armor we'll see is the Mark 9, because they skipped it. And it'll have been an experimental Mark 10 Terminus armor. That would be my guess. I don't know. I really like the Primaris armor. I think it looks really good.
Nurgle's chosen son. What's your favorite army to kit bash? I'm loving my orc conversion.
Probably orcs, because all of my orcs are pretty heavily kit bashed, and I have a bunch of other armies that are not kit bashed that much. I always do a couple of shoulders changes, maybe a head swap here and there. Different gun. Manzak Miniatures. Since this is all about chappies, I find the new Grimaldus model lacking. It's good, but it's just a new model, no wow factor. The new generic Marshal is the best. I agree a little bit. I mean, I don't know if there's just no possibility of a wow factor, because it's essentially just a redo of a model. But I may have a video in the works about just that subject. But yeah, the wow was definitely my biggest wow was definitely for the generic Marshal, because it was just kind of a new thing that didn't exist and now it does exist, and I really dig it. They also showed off somebody got a hold of pictures of the sprues, and it looks like it's actually going to have a bunch of fun options and alternate heads, alternate weapons, and that's pretty cool.
That is cool. $13.13. I had 13 tacos for Taco Tuesday, and now I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
Do it. I would take a nap. I'd take a nap anyways.
I wish I was napping right now.
Well, soon.
I love naps so much that often, towards the end of the day, I'll just take a nap for 8 hours.
Ooh, damn. That's a good nap.
Battle Barn, I think the interconnection is what saves the Marvel movies and makes them worthwhile. You know what? There's definitely something to that, too. Although I didn't really... I didn't like the... I loved the first Avengers, and I didn't really like the second two Avengers movies. But then I really liked Endgame and... Actually, I liked Endgame more than the last one. Avengers Endgame Part 2. It took me a long-ass time. It was 3 hours and change. That was too much.
Yeah, no thank you.
Hassanal Noir Rashid, bought from Troll Trader, and they sent it all the way to Malaysia. It was pretty good service. Neat.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to look a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like they have some old stuff.
Sam Cooper, Kuepar. Lol, that's the funniest way I have heard my name pronounced. I bet I got the Sam part wrong.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Nelson Dune, they ship internationally. It's a flat rate shipping. I got my order in the U.S. 6 days after I ordered it. The shipping was $10 for 70 Necron Warriors. Oh, sweet.
Damn.
That is really
good. That's pretty good.
Because my worry is if it was person-to-person transactions, everyone was just like wandering to the post office, and then it was going to be $25 to ship it to America.
Yeah.
But if they have a deal and everything works out, like that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Troll trader. Robots trolls in disguise. I changed what it was gonna be, and then I said it out loud still though.
Hassan al-Nur Rashid, how do you paint to give the illusion of text engraved on metal surfaces? Ooh, I'd probably use a dull gray, and then I would use spots of white as a highlight to like really make it pop, it's unveiling the shiny metal, or it's revealing the shiny metal underneath. So yeah, I would probably write whatever I wanted in dark gray, in gray, and then I would highlight with spots of white. Nathaniel Smith, why doesn't he have the Death Mask skull helm as a chaplain master? You must tell me. He does. It's just a little more subtle than some. He has like a Space Marine helmet, and then the face is a skull, instead of just the entire helmet being a skull.
What a guy. Mm-hmm.
VMP, what is the most useless Space Marine chapter? Doesn't have to be a successor. Ultramarines.
Damn.
No, Ultramarines are cool. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say a Space Marine chapter is unnecessary, because different chapters appeal to different people for different reasons. Like, some people really dig, like, the successors and the lesser-known chaplain, or the lesser-known chapters, because they can really make them into whatever they want. But some people really like the rigidity and, like, the I can be correct in how I paint my Ultramarines, because everything is known about how their markings and how their paint goes and how they wear their heraldry. So I think Games Workshop came up with a pretty clever thing in the Space Marines, where you can have a lot of uniqueness just in color.
Mm-hmm.
Manzac Miniatures, have you guys, Unic, picked out your Age of Sigmar armies yet? Yeah, I'm going to do Stormcast and Caradron Overlords, and then probably way down the line, a giant Seraphon army.
I have the Crew Boys part of Dominion, and then I have Gloom Spike Gits. I have a whole army of Gloom Spike Gits, but they're all built, they're not put on the base or painted yet. Tomorrow, I'll finish them all tomorrow.
Yeah, good.
I'll be done tomorrow. Jim Lloyd, 6 days to the U.S. Damn, it's like a month from U.S. to U.K. most of the time. Yes.
Yeah, that's quick.
It seems, yeah. For some reason, it seems like getting stuff from Europe is quicker than it is if we sent stuff to Europe, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I really have no idea.
Ratstail91, thanks everyone. Just ordered some Cryptothralls. We'll see how long it takes to arrive. Just need a regular box of warriors to reach my 1,000 points. Neat.
Very cool. Now I'm gonna have to look at Troll Trader for Gloomspike Gets just to see.
Simon Bergeron, what movies should get a board game? My pick would be Shawshank Redemption. You play as Andy, Red, Brooks, or the sisters. The sisters got to get to the others while they try to escape. I don't know. I'm not really a board game person. I feel like almost any movie could work as a board game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. You can get Mangler squigs for 34 pounds.
Hmm.
I don't know how much that is in real money though. They're built though. Let's see. To real money. No, it doesn't make me. It doesn't know what real money is. $46.
Well, speaking of $46, look at the time.
Holy shit!
Woo!
Look at that time.
Yeah. Time flies when. All right. Good night, everybody.
we had a video out on Monday. Got another video out tomorrow, and another video. We have 2 more videos out this week. Even after tomorrow, we have our possibly Models and Memories and a Patreon exclusive video.
Yeah.
Very exciting. But we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
All right,
join
everybody.
us there.
Good night.
Good night.
End.